Brielle has a master's in health administration and a bachelor's of science in public health. Wellness is her education, career, and lifestyle. In addition to her degree in wellness, she's also a certified health education specialist and registered yoga teacher. As a healthcare professional, Brielle has designed wellness programs and resources for world-leading healthcare organizations like Johns Hopkins. So thank you so much, Brielle, for being here. I'm so excited to do this self-care workshop with you.
I'm super excited to be here. Thanks for having me, and hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Okay, so do you want to get started with the yoga portion?
Yeah, so if everyone could meet me on your mat or on your space in a seated cross-legged position, we're going to go ahead and start here. And Rachel, you're my main view, so I'm just going to wait until I see that you're ready. Love the view, all the plants. Wonderful. So meeting me here in a seated cross-legged position, taking a moment to really connect with your breath. Your shoulders reach back into your back ribs, lengthening through the crown of your head, rooting down through your tailbone, connecting with your breath at a pace that feels most natural for you. Taking a few breaths here. When your world moves too fast and you find yourself in chaos, introduce yourself to every color of the sunset. Reacquaint yourself with the earth beneath your feet. Surround yourself with the air around you. And with every breath, find yourself in the appreciation of life. So on your next inhale, go ahead and set an intention for today's workshop. And when you're ready, on your next exhale, release that intention. Inhaling, arms come up, fingertips kiss at the top. Exhale, arms down to heart center. I'm going to repeat this a few more times. Inhale, arms come up, fingertips kiss, reaching them down to heart center. Continuing here at your own pace a few more times, connecting with your breath. Inhaling as you raise your arms, exhaling them down to heart center. And on this next inhale, as you raise your arms, this time, hold them in the air, fingertips do not kiss. We're gonna go ahead and bend forward at the hips, reaching towards the ground. Maybe your fingers come to the ground, maybe they just hover here. And on your next exhale, go ahead and gently walk your hands over to your left-hand side. Feeling that side body stretch, and when you're ready, on your next inhale, gently walk them back to center. Holding here for a moment. On your exhale, walking them over to the right side. Slowly walking them over there so you can really feel that stretch. Holding it here, maybe you feel it in your side body, maybe you feel it in your arms or your back. And then when you're ready, inhaling it back to center. Inhale, gently rise up. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the right. Holding here just for a moment, feeling that stretch. Inhaling back to center. This time exhaling the hands down to heart center. Inhale, arms come up, fingertips kiss. Exhale back down to heart center. Go ahead, inhale this time. Hands are going to come out as if you're giving someone a nice big hug. Reaching wide, feeling that stretch in your arms. And then on your next exhale, you're going to hug yourself. Holding yourself, maybe gently rocking here. Feeling that squeeze, that loving embrace. When you're ready, go ahead on your next inhale, open those arms up really wide, and on your exhale, go ahead and close those arms around you. Let's do this a few more times, moving at your own pace, connecting with your breath, opening the arms on your inhale, closing them on your exhale. When you're ready, on your next inhale, open those arms up to the sky, fingertips kiss. Exhale them right down to heart center. And then bringing them to your thighs, we're gonna go ahead and take a couple shoulder rolls here. So bringing your shoulders up and back, bringing them as high as you can so they almost touch your ears. Rolling them here a few times. Seeing what it just feels like to move your shoulders, knowing where it maybe sticks or it moves smoothly, and then pausing for a second to reverse your direction. So rolling forward this time. When you're ready, meeting me back in the neutral position, we're gonna go ahead and start some neck rolls. So rolling your neck over to the left, slowly rolling it. Again, noticing where it moves with ease and where it kind of maybe feels a little sticky. And then pausing for a moment to go in the other direction. Meeting me back in neutral position when you're ready. We're gonna go ahead and take a kneeling position and get into our tabletop. Your wrist should be under your shoulders, your knees should be under your hips. And we're just gonna take a couple cat-cows here, linking it with your breath, moving at a pace that feels good. So when you're ready, rounding up, and rounding down. Inhale, rounding the spine up. Exhale, pulling that belly down towards the ground. Continuing here, connecting it with your breath at a pace that feels good and natural for you. A few more times. And then meeting me back in neutral. On your next inhale, go ahead, look forward, step the right foot back, step the left foot back, high plank position. On your next inhale, bring the thighs down, shine the chest forward for upward facing dog. Holding here for a moment, breathing here. Noticing where you feel the stretch. Is it in your arms? Maybe your lower back, maybe your thighs. And then on your next exhale, sending it back, downward dog. So your heels reach to the back of the mat, your palms are flat. Maybe you take a slight bend in your knees. Maybe you even decide to pedal your dog here. So pedaling your legs, getting comfortable in this downward dog. And when you're done pedaling, when you feel good in your downward dog, go ahead and lift your left leg up. And on your exhale, drop that heel down to your tailbone, holding here for a moment, breathing here. And on your exhale, drop the foot down back to the ground. When you're ready, on your next inhale, raising the opposite foot. On your exhale, dropping that heel down to the butt. Holding here for a moment, and then gently releasing on your next exhale, back down to the floor. Then when you're ready, inhale, look forward. Go ahead and take the slowest walk of your life to your hands. Bending those knees, keeping those palms flat on the ground. You're now in your Uttanasana. Maybe gripping the arms here, almost like a rag doll, holding your arms, rocking here, feeling that stretch, keeping the knees gently bent. And when you're ready, slowly winding up. Slowest wind you can possibly do, coming all the way up. Go ahead and meet me on your mat, on your knees, kneeling position. Coming down to swing your legs around. And then place your hands right behind your thighs. And slowly come down. So slowly wind down until your head is completely on your mat. Just gonna pause here for a second. And go ahead and gently swing your legs up. Still bending at the knees, bringing those knees towards your chest. Reach for your ankles, or maybe if you have on pants, you're reaching for your pants legs. So taking those hands, reaching for your ankles or your pants leg, really bringing those knees in, bending at the knees. We're gonna take our happy baby pose. And then gently rocking here. Connecting with your breath. Noticing what you feel as you rock here. Maybe you feel the stretch in your inner thighs. Maybe it feels good for your back to just be here. Now when you're ready, gently releasing the legs, dropping them to the floor. Coming back up slowly, we're gonna go ahead and take a puppy pose. So coming onto your knees, spreading your hands out, keeping that tailbone up, holding here, softening, melting into the ground. Noticing again where you feel that stretch. Noticing here where you could soften more, or maybe where it already feels very soft, like you've already completely melted. And when you're ready, on your next exhale, go ahead and send it back. So sending the buttocks back, and then sending the arms back, we're gonna go into our child's pose. So child's pose, maybe your head or your cheek comes down to the mat, maybe it comes down to a pillow. Whatever feels good for support. And just like we did with our other poses, noticing where you feel the stretch, noticing where you're already soft and where you can soften more. Holding here, connecting with your breath, melt into the ground. Still breathing at a rate that feels most comfortable and normal for you. And then on your next inhale, gently rising up to meet me in your kneeling position. So we're gonna go ahead and begin our meditation now. You have the option to take a seated position. So maybe you take this kneeling position, maybe you sit cross-legged, or if you want, you can go ahead and lie down flat for Shavasana, and I'll show you what your Shavasana will look like. You're lying down flat like this. Your arms are spread out, your fingertips are spread out, and you're totally relaxed lying here. So whatever feels most comfortable for you, just go ahead and get comfortable. Okay, so beginning our meditation, maybe you close your eyes, maybe you lower your gaze. Noticing the pace of your breath. Imagine yourself laying out in a field, just resting there. And as you lay in the field, imagine that there is a big ball of light above you, shining over your entire body. And something inside of you can sense that this light is your own, that it comes from you. Notice what color this light is. Notice how you're feeling. Take in everything around you as this light shines on you. And as you're watching the light, you notice it starts to move, coming from the top of your head and then gliding towards your feet, stopping at the very tips of your toes. And in an instant, this light goes into your toes, and it's as if all your toes relax. It's as if maybe you feel a tingling sensation as this light moves through every single one of your toes. And as it's moving in your toes, every single one of them, you notice that the light moves up through the base of your feet, through your heels, up to your ankles, still tingling, now covering your entire foot. How does that feel? Continuing here, the light moves further up, coming across your calf muscles, grazing your knees, filling your knees as it meets your thighs. And before you know it, your legs are totally relaxed. Relaxing here, feeling that sensation, feeling that light that you know has come from within you as it continues to move out of your thighs and into your hips. Meeting your hips here, helping your hips relax as it travels into your belly, coming up to your chest, feeling your chest and your shoulders relax. Maybe softening a bit more as that light travels through your shoulders. And as it reaches your shoulders, it's as if it's split and you can feel it traveling down both of your arms, into your fingertips as it did with your toes, reaching each and every fingertip, tingling here as it continues to move back up through your arms, back through your shoulders, reaching your neck. And as it reaches your neck, you can feel that your neck relaxes. Continuing here, the light reaches your jaw, and your jaw relaxes. Perhaps you can even see or feel your mouth gently parting as the light continues to travel throughout your face. passing your jaw, passing your mouth, coming up to your ears as it starts to crawl up to your nose. Reaching your nose, you can feel your entire face relaxing as it continues to your eyes. And maybe you even feel your eyebrows relax. Totally softening here. That light continues to travel. And as it fills the very top of your head, you can see yourself in the field, full of all that light, all of the light that came from within you, shining within you. Notice here how you feel, what you see, maybe what color the light is. Maybe noticing if it was different than before. Maybe noticing it's the same. And maybe you don't see anything. Maybe you hear something. Just taking it all in here. And as your entire body shines with that light, as your entire body tingles with that light inside of you, it's as if suddenly the light is shifting up. You can feel it coming through your head. And as you look to see where it's moved, you notice your highest self at the top of your head. And the light has somehow gone into your highest self. Stopping here to notice how that feels. Maybe you can see your highest self. Maybe you feel something different. Taking it all in. Just being here, totally relaxed. And as you're gazing at your highest self, you notice there's a bottle in your highest self's hand. And that bottle is full of seeds. You watch as your higher self walks over to your body in the field and hands you this bottle of seeds. You take it in your hand for the first time, no longer lying down here, but sitting up to notice what's around you. Pausing here, what do you see? What colors do you notice? What textures? Is there anything in the field with you? Do you see plants? If you gaze up, is there a nice big blue sky above you? Maybe with birds, maybe you see butterflies. Just taking it all in and noticing what you see. The colors, the feeling, the textures. And then bringing your attention back to that bottle. Noticing now that even the bottle is flowing, full of seeds. And as if you already know what you came here to do, you open the bottle, looking at the seeds, taking in their color, taking in their texture, and then taking one in your hand, noticing what it feels like to hold this seed. Feeling gratitude for this seed that has so much life within it. And as you look around in the field, holding the seed, you find a spot in the field. And this is where you will plant the seed. Before dropping the seed in the ground, take a moment and think about something that you're grateful for. Maybe this is something that you're able to share with others. Maybe it's something that you share with yourself, something that you admire about yourself, something you accomplished this week. But just taking a moment here to focus on the gratitude you have for yourself. When you're ready, dropping that seed into the ground. And as the seed hits the ground, it instantly becomes a plant, growing before you, blossoming before you. Taking a moment to acknowledge what you've grown, noticing the color, the texture, maybe even noticing what kind of plant is before you. And then when you're ready, taking one more seed and remembering that intention that you set for yourself at the beginning of this practice. Holding onto that seed, again, feeling its texture, maybe taking in the color of the seed before you decide to release it into the ground. And this seed might be a little different. Maybe there isn't instant growth with the seed. Maybe there is. Taking a moment here to notice what happens this time with the seed. Taking another look at everything around you. Remembering your gratitude. Remembering the light from within you and all that you've grown, all that will grow. When you're ready, start to wiggle your toes, wiggling your fingers, gently bringing movement back into your body. And if your eyes are closed, maybe you start to open them, or your gaze comes up. Returning here with me whenever you're ready. Staying where you are if you're not. And then taking a moment to grab your journal. And recording what you saw here. So taking a moment to think about the colors you saw, the textures, maybe how you felt. Remembering your highest self. Maybe noticing how the field may have changed. Thinking about that plant that you saw. Describing its color, its texture. And if it's familiar to you, if you know what plant it is, maybe even writing down the name with the intention of returning back to it later to see what its meaning is. Jotting down your intention and also jotting down the date. Remembering the significance of your meditation, being prepared to reflect on it. And maybe what you reflect on for this experience goes beyond your meditation. Maybe you record also how you felt during yoga, connecting with your breath. Okay, so whenever you're ready, I want you guys to go ahead and write an affirmation in your journal. It can be anywhere in the journal. And what I want you to write is, I am living in an abundance of. And you can fill in that blank with whatever you want. It can match your intention if you wanted to, it can match something that you feel like you're working on or want to manifest. But I am living in an abundance of, and fill in the blank. And so I'll just share for mine right now. I'm writing, I am living in an abundance of happiness, joy, and opportunity. Okay. So I just want to thank you all, and I also, if it's okay with you, Rachel, I'd like to open it up to anyone who's here, in case anyone wants to share a little bit, maybe about what they saw or experienced during their meditation. And of course, if you're watching this recording, we would love to hear from you. So if you want to come back and either leave us a comment on Instagram or reach out to Rachel, please feel free to share with us.
I wanted to share my affirmation. Is I am living in an abundance of strength and clarity to move closer to my purpose.
I like that.
Anyone else want to share?
And it could be anything. It can be your affirmation. It could be what you saw, maybe the plant that grew, whatever you want to share. Even if maybe you didn't see anything and you want to share that, I want to hear it.
I'll share really quickly. First of all, thank you. That was beautiful. So, my affirmation was I am living in an abundance of value, confidence, and love. Those three felt good for me today. Um, During the meditation, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I was pretty scattered, to be honest, just with my day. So finding that stillness. But I think the plant that ended up growing for me is a plant that I've never seen before. So that was interesting. And it just had like white with like purple tips and dark green stems. Um, I don't know. I'd never seen it, but it gave me a strange sense of peace. So I will go with that. Yeah.
What's your name?
Sherry.
Sherry. Okay, thanks so much for sharing, Sherry. And that's amazing that you've never seen the plant before. So definitely try and find it, look it up. I'll share that I've, guided myself through this meditation before and had that experience where I saw a plant I've never seen before. And a week later I saw it, and of course, oh yeah, I was like passing Home Depot. I hopped out my car and like wrote down the name of it, looked it up, and found its meaning. So definitely hold on to that. That's beautiful.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. Looks like I'm going hiking this weekend. Maybe now I have to.
Love hiking.
Awesome. Thank you.
And I can really see from here, Rachel, but it looks like we may have maybe a few comments or something in the chat box.
Yeah, it looks like Nicole, she wanted to share, but there's some background noise. But her affirmation was, I am living in an abundance of strength, courage, and support. I love that.
These are all so good.
Yeah, strength is a good word we have in common.
I can share. I don't mind sharing. Hi, I'm Loretta.
Hello.
Hear me? Hi. So my affirmation is I am living in an abundance of love, peace, beauty, and harmony. And what was really cool during the meditation when you sort of guided us to like see ourselves walking towards us, I saw this like vision of myself that's just like so angelic and so pure and just like my higher self or something. So that was like a really cool exercise. That was a really cool vision because I don't know, I don't see myself like that every day. So it's nice to be able to like see that in my mind and be able to kind of hold that vision of just this purity and, kindness and love and, confident and flowy and angelic. And it was really cool.
That is really cool. And of course, it's a reflection of yourself. So that's lovely.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I noticed with what I was envisioning during the meditation, everything was it was kind of very similar. I didn't have very many colors, or nothing was very vibrant, but it was just like a lot of just like natural, flowy colors. If, it just felt like a very pure place to be.
Wonderful.
Well, if there's no other sharings, I wanted to actually put up Brielle's information. Um, she does do a ton of other workshops and things, and maybe, do you want to talk about it a little bit?
Yeah. So I started Well with Brielle, basically to connect my health education and public health background with a way for people to be able to boost their mood naturally. So a lot of the resources and the wellness events or workshops that we do are kind of geared towards helping you boost your mood. We offer free guided meditations, yoga as we did today, as well as health and wellness tips that are very actionable, things that relate to plant-based eating, self-care, and just all parts of wellness.
Thank you so much. And yes, so if anyone wants to connect with Brielle afterwards, her Instagram handle is @wellwithbrielle.
Yep, and visit us at wellwithbrielle.com.
Yes.
Definitely connected with you guys. And thank you so much, Rachel, for this opportunity. This was a lot of fun.
This was so great, and I feel so much more grounded. It was a great way to kind of close out the workday for me.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone, for attending. Bye.